guys, Brett here, and in this video we're going to take a look at a new training course called The Super Product by Alex Jeffries. And as you might have guessed by the name of the training, the Super Product focuses on my favorite subject when it comes to IM, creating and selling your own products. So let's go on over to the members area and take a look at it together.
Okay, so here we are. I just logged into the Super Product members area, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll past these unannounced bonuses and get right to the main training. So the main training is broken up into two modules. The very first module is the video training, and in the video training, Alex spends about an hour and 20 minutes explaining the method that he is teaching. The second module has all of the downloadable tools and templates that you're going to need to implement this method. So right now you're probably wondering to yourself, well, that's great, Brett, but what exactly is this method that Alex is teaching? Well, as I said before, this method focuses around creating and selling your own digital product, which, by the way, is my favorite thing to do in the IM space. However, you have to keep in mind, there are actually two kinds of digital products. There are the software products, which is what I create because I'm a software developer, and there's also the info products. Both of these products sell very well online. This particular training is about creating info products. Now, a lot of people think that they can't create an info product because they don't have the experience or they don't have the success in order to create an info product. But this method that Alex is teaching actually gets around that. The way this works is you will actually interview successful marketers, compile all those interviews together, and put them into one main training, which you will then sell as your own product. The great thing about this is you don't need to be an expert because your job is not necessarily to create the training and create the content of the training. You're getting the content of the training for free through doing interviews. Your job is merely to interview the experts and then compile the information, the content that they give you into a usable format. Now, another thing that I really like about this idea is that it's been done before. It's not a new concept. I've actually seen other marketers that I know do this exact method. They've interviewed other successful marketers, they've compiled that information together, they've compiled those video interviews together, and then they've sold them as a all-inclusive training. And Alex not only teaches you how to do that in the video training, but he also, as I said, provides you the tools that you need. You get the 60-minute sales letter template, you get the super product checklist, the interview getting email swipes. And that one is particularly important because it's going to teach you how to convince these successful marketers to do the interview with you in the first place. It also includes an interview template. So this is going to give you ideas for questions that you might ask these people in the interview itself. Everything that you will need in order to find people to interview, create your interview, and then compile those interviews into your own digital product is right here for you. Now, the one thing that I did think could be improved on is the video itself. And it's not that the video was bad or that the content was bad, but the audio was bad. While it was easy to understand what Alex was saying, it sounded like he was pretty far away, like he was distant in the audio. And I found that I had to turn my computer speakers up in order to hear him well. Once I turned the computer speakers up, made the audio louder, I was able to understand what he was saying. It's just that it was kind of like low normally on my normal volume. But other than that one minor annoyance, I found that this training was really good. I think that it's a great concept. I think it's going to be a great way for people to be able to create their first digital product without needing to have the experience. And this is because, as I said, your job in creating this particular kind of product is merely to conduct the interviews. You're not providing the content of the product. The other people that you are interviewing are providing the content of the product. And I think that's a really good concept that's going to be a good way for people who don't yet have experience in internet marketing to still be able to create a good quality digital product.
While the super product is a good value on its own, it's well worth the asking price. Good just isn't good enough for my blog readers and for my subscribers. I want my readers and my subscribers to get an amazing value, and that's why I decided to do something super special for anybody who picks up the super product through my link. A while back, I created the free version of my ClickBar WordPress plugin, and people have loved it. So much so that I was actually prompted to create a premium version with more features and more options. And I was going to launch this premium version myself. However, I decided to do something extra special. What I'm going to do is give the plugin away for free to anybody who picks up the super product through my link. So let's actually take a look at the plugin right now.
First thing you're going to do is click on the ClickBar link on the left-hand side of your WordPress admin area. This is going to bring you to the ClickBar welcome page. From this page, you can view your existing bars by clicking on the My Bars link, or you can create a new bar. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Create New button and create a new bar to show you how to do it. Once you click on the button, it's going to create your bar with the default settings. The very first setting is the bar name, and this is for your reference only. This is just so that you can remember what this click bar is for. You can change it to anything you want, and I'm going to go ahead and just call it My Test. The next option is going to be your bar color, and this is the background color for your bar. So you can see the default is red and the preview is showing a red bar. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and just pick a different color with the color picker. And as you can see, as I pick a new color, it's going to adjust the preview so that way I can see exactly what my bar is going to look like as I'm creating it. It's going to ask you for the countdown date. Now this is the date that you want the countdown timer to count down to. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick a date in the future. I'm going to select August 19th. It's going to ask me for a countdown time. So that is the time on that date that I want the timer to count down to. The default is midnight, but I can pick any time that I want in 1 hour increments. So if I want it to count down until 10 a.m., I simply select 10 a.m. It's going to ask me to enter my bar text. Now this is the call to action text that's going to go on the left-hand side of your countdown timer. And this text should be relevant to what you're using your countdown timer for. So for example, if I was using this for a bonus that I was offering for a promo that I was doing, I might enter something like bonus offer expires in, and then it will put that text on the left-hand side to let people know exactly what that timer means. And as you can see, it's going to update the preview as you type in your text. It's going to ask you for the bar text color. Sometimes, depending on the color of your bar, you might want a different bar text color so that way it stands out better. You can see I actually chose a slightly dark shade of blue, so the black really doesn't stand out that well, so I might want to pick a different color. And to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and select a new color from the color picker. It will update my preview so I can see exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to ask me for the bar texture, and that's just a little texture that goes over the bar color, so that way it's not a solid color, so that way it kind of breaks it up a little bit and gives it a slightly more professional look. There are 10 textures that you can choose from. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one at random here. It's going to ask me for the bar position, and this is if I want my bar to show up on the top of the web page or on the bottom of the web page. The default is top, but I personally like to have the bars at the bottom of the web page, so I'm just going to go ahead and change this to bottom. It's going to ask me for my button text, and the button text is the text of this button right here. Now this is my action button. This is the button that I want people to click. This is what's going to redirect them over to my affiliate link or redirect them to my CPA offer or whatever I'm promoting. So I want to put a call to action inside of the button as my button text, and I'm just going to enter something really simple and really clear. I'm going to type in click here now. It's going to ask me for end text, and what end text is the text that shows once this timer reaches 0. So when the timer runs out, obviously you just don't want to have a timer that has all zeros because that doesn't look very professional. So what you can do is just enter some end text right in here, and that will show in place of the timer when the timer reaches 0. So I'm just going to put in this offer has expired. The final option is going to be the redirect URL. Now this is the URL that you want people to redirect to when they click your call to action button. And as I said before, this generally is going to be an affiliate link or a link to a CPA page or something that's going to get you paid when they click on the link. I'm just going to enter my blog URL since this is just an example. Once I have everything set up the way I want, I'll simply click on the Save and Exit button. It's then going to take you to the My Bars section where you can see a list of all your existing bars. Now you can see right here in the center, it's going to have a shortcode. So what you do is grab this shortcode, copy it, go over to any page or post on your site. I'm going to just go to this one. This is just a demo site for testing. I will go ahead and paste in my shortcode inside of the text of the post. Now, it doesn't matter where I put the shortcode. I can put it above the content. I can put it below the content. I can even put it in the middle of the content, as long as I actually put the shortcode inside of the post itself. I'm just going to go ahead and put it up top there. I'm going to then update the post. And then let's go ahead and view it. And you can see I now have a clickable call to action bar with a countdown timer over my post. The final thing that I want to show you in this tutorial are these icons right here. If you click on these icons, it will bring up the stats for that particular bar. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this first one just to show you a demo. And you can see it's going to show you the total hits for that bar. Now, that is the total number of times the bar has been displayed. And if the same person views the bar multiple times, it will count that as multiple hits. It's then going to show you the total clicks for the bar. That is the number of times somebody has clicked on the call to action button inside of your bar. It's then going to calculate your bar's conversion rate so that you can see how well your click bar is converting.
Now, you're not only going to get the plugin, you're actually going to get agency access to the plugin. What this means is you can sell the plugin yourself. But not only that, you can actually sell it using our members area and our sales page. This is a complete done-for-you product. And best of all, since you're getting it as a bonus for the super product training, you're getting it for under $8. So what can you do with $8? Well, you can go to McDonald's and you can pick up a value meal, or you could start doing the number one thing you can do to make money online. You can have your own unreleased product to sell as your own. Click the link below, pick up your copy of the Super Product Training, and don't forget to send me your receipt ID so I can forward you agency access to the ClickBar WordPress plugin.